What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Journey Podcast. Have a Long Island legend in town. Mike, appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, I know we've been talking about this, and I know I really believe in like divine timing. And so like I know we spoke about this like last year when you were at App State.
Yeah.
You were like, yo, I'm back for break or something like that. You were only home for like a 2-week span.
Facts.
And I was like, I don't know, something just didn't feel right. I was like, yo, I want Mike to like finish getting ready for like his pro career, and I feel like that would be perfect.
Yeah, that was definitely better timing.
Yeah, so obviously all-time leading scorer at Brentwood.
Yeah.
Every accolade you could think of, you know, Newsday Long Island Player of the Year, Suffolk County Player of the Year, all Long Island 3 times, New York State champion.
Oh, not state champion, but we Final Four.
Oh, okay.
Finalists, but we was, you know, we got there.
Right.
But still.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, a lot. It's a lot to hear.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So we know that, right?
Yeah.
This whole point of this podcast is the journey, right? So obviously you had, you know, as amazing as a high school career as you could have, you know, like close to it. Like anyone would want that.
Yeah.
What I really want to dive into is your college career, because I think personally it was exactly what you needed for your career to get where you're at right now. So kind of just talk about, obviously, your decision from high school. I want to start right at like your decision, what made you choose the college you went to, and then just talk about, bro, your journey through, you know, the 3-4 schools you went to, and I'll just kind of chime in.
Yeah, you know, this is a story that not a lot of people know, obviously. I mean, if you look at my like life in general, before we start the story, it's just basketball, right? Like nobody knows the person. Not nobody, but like if you're outside, instead of like the people that are close to me don't know who I am or like what I've really been through. Right. You just see, you know, what happens, right? So yeah, let's start with you know, my decision to go to Stony Brook, which was a kind of I committed kind of early, not early, but I was going into my senior year summer. So this is the end of junior year, had a crazy year. And honestly, I'm pretty sure I would have got a lot more offers, for sure. Just the type of talent I was playing with on the circuit, and the type of talent that we played, and where we were playing at. But I just felt a good, you know, connection with the head coach that recruited me at the time, Steve Peichel. He was there at Stony Brook right up till I got there. So talking about that, they won that year. So that was 2016. Or 2015, 2016 season. They won that year, first time going to the dance.
Played Kentucky, right?
They played Kentucky
Lucas Woodhouse, yeah.
I was at that game, not the Kentucky game, but I was at the Vermont game because we just lost to Hills West in the Suffolk County.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, disappointing game. But we just lost them, so I was like, I'm able to go to the game because the championship was that day, the same day as the Stony Brook game. So I was able to go witness that and watch, you know, somebody win, you know, a championship at the Division I level in person, which was a crazy experience, especially being at Stony Brook and knowing I'm going there the next year. And then, you know, so I committed there early because I just felt like that connection between me and him were, you know, great. He was always recruiting me every week, his whole staff, him. Like, he was the only head coach really, like, pushing me. And I had a lot of other schools that were, like, interested, Hofstra, you know, I'm talking about this New York school, Hofstra, Columbia, local, stuff like that. But you know, going to Division I school right in your backyard. It's a low major. Honestly, I really thought like from freshman year I could have played, you know, 10, 15 minutes as a freshman. But, you know, right before, you know, I went to Stony Brook, he took the job at Rutgers. Yep. A couple months before I went, like right after my senior year ended. We're in summer workouts. I'm at Revolution Athletics. I don't know if you know the place. Yep. You know Revolution. I was there working out, and then I get a call like, yo, your coach just, you know, went to Rutgers. And I'm like, what? Nah, y'all lying. Like, it was crazy because, like, none of that crazy ever happened in my life before. And I'm the first kid in my family to play Division I athletics on full scholarship. My sister, she played in Division III, but, like, Division I, like, no one's done that, you know, where you know, in my family. So it was, like, a weird experience. And I really didn't know what to do then. So I stuck it out.
Yeah. I mean, people don't know how altering that is to a 18-year-old's like trajectory of their life. It was one scary. Decision. One decision.
It was scary because in the you know side of things, it was just like I only had Stony Brook really. I would have had to go JUCO. I had some other schools like Marist, Sacred Heart, but it's just like I want to build a relationship with a coach, and if I'm gonna do that, I might as well do it where let me try this 1 year, see how it goes. I talked to the head coach that was coming in. It sounded good. How it always sounds with a new coach, and he didn't really recruit me. We didn't really have a relationship, and we tried to build that right. My first year as a freshman, I knew I wasn't gonna play a lot. I had a super duper killer in front of me, Lucas Woodhouse, a Long Island legend, whooped me every day in practice. Probably one of the best point guards I really played with. Yeah. I didn't really get to share a lot of court time with him in games because I didn't really play a lot. I was really like, the media's about to come up. You go get him for a minute or two, and just like whatever. So my freshman year was really scary because there was only one coach there that was left from the previous staff, and he was one of the coaches that really didn't recruit me as much because how it is, like it's the head coach and then you got the assistants that get their guys and then the whole process and whatever. So I really didn't know a lot. I was just an 18-year-old kid having fun. It was my first time away from home at a university. I was just being a sponge learning. It was very tough. Freshman year was very tough mentally, physically, and I went to school never lifting a weight essentially. I went in at like 133. Freshman year I got up to like 150, 160, so like 30 pounds. I'm trying to, adjust to this new way. I'm playing with guys that are 23, 22, 24, 18, like all grown men that have been there that just won a championship. So, and we got a new head coach, so it's a new system. So it was just like, it was a lot. And my freshman year was my freshman year. I expected a little bit more, but it was my freshman year. I knew I had a first team all guy in front of me. Got to learn from him. The next year going in, I thought, I'm gonna play. Like I'm gonna play whatever. Coach brings in his guys, his first real recruiting class, and I just felt like those guys were favored over than me. And it's not just because personally I felt that. I feel like if you go and watch, we started off 0-5. By the way, we played Brown. I played 20 minutes that game. I had 13, 7, and 4. We win. Next game I only played 6 minutes. So like that was the breaking point for me there, mentally and physically, because I felt like that summer I worked very hard. I was committed to my craft. I was busting everybody in practice. Like I really felt that. I just felt like the cards weren't dealt in my favor, and it was okay. Right? Think about it now. It was okay. Right. Back then, I didn't understand it.
Right, you don't get it.
I don't understand it. Maybe back then I thought maybe I wasn't good enough. So I kept working, right? But then now I understand the business side of it and all of that, and it makes sense, and it is what it is. Not a lot of kids tell other kids that about college basketball. No. Like it's really a business, and I didn't know that. Going in as basketball was just fun for me. Like high school was fun. Like I didn't care about the politics, the rankings, all that. Like it was just like I'm a hoop, and I'm gonna go to college for it, right? I'm gonna want to get to the NBA. That's it. That's my goals. Like I didn't really care about like if my coach liked me or not. My coach loved me. Like all my coaches loved me. They loved all the kids around. But when you get to school, it's a job now, right? So like those first 2 years really taught me about the job and the business side of, Division I and college hoops. It's not just Division I, it's everywhere.
Right. Yeah, that's what I wanted to, before we move on from Stony Brook, I wanted to ask you, or like see your thoughts on this, right? So from the outside looking in, right, most people don't, like you said, don't understand what the real deal college basketball is. It's much more than just going out there putting a basketball in a hoop,
100%.
right? So you are coming from one of the best Long Island high school careers in Long Island history.
Probably, yeah.
Seriously. And now everyone is expecting you to go play at a Division I right in the backyard in Long Island, and now people are tuning in to watch your games and you're not playing. So what do you think that does to the noise around you? Everyone told y'all Mike wasn't that good.
For sure.
I told you, you know what I mean? So how did you handle that? Because I know you got that a lot, and I know for a fact, and I'm not just saying this because we're on camera and because you're here, I was someone who advocated for you, letting people know. I'm like, yo, Mike is nice, bro. You guys don't get it. You guys don't play college basketball. Y'all played high school basketball in Long Island. Y'all played LA Fitness. You guys don't, like this guy's playing freshman year at Michigan State and Maryland. Right? Like, or freshman or sophomore year.
Freshman year, I was playing at Boston College. I scored my first point at Boston College. Played at Maryland. Played in big games against Vermont. Played against Hofstra. Had 15 my freshman year against Justin. That was that year. He was on the team. They had a really good team that year. We played against a great Columbia team that had guys that went to Michigan, the guys that playing overseas professionally. I'm playing with older dudes that Lucas Woodhouse played in Finland. Roland, he plays in Germany right now. Akwazi Yaboa, he played in France. He's about to get a big contract. Tyrell Sturtevant, he plays in Luxembourg. He's overseas. Jacob Petrus, he just played in Slovakia, right?
Was Jameel Warney there?
Jameel wasn't there.
He was the year before you, right?
This is Jameel. This is before Jameel. So look at these are all the guys that Jameel had around him, right? So that went there. I just named 5 pros, right? So then I'm still at Stony. We have another pro, Junior Santel. He just played in Spain. I think it was 2nd division or 3rd division. He's pro. It was UC. He played a little bit of G League. I think he played overseas pro. Who else was on that team? Then we have Elijah Olani. You know, he had a great career at Stony Brook, right? He came in as a freshman that year, right? Those are guys I'm playing with, right? Those are good players. Those are great players. Those, you know what I'm saying? Like, I played with a lot of great guys, and I thought it was really great, and that it did hurt me. But knowing those guys in the locker room knew how good I was fine with it, right? Because I'd rather be respected by the guys that play at that level than the guys that just at the park, right?
Opinions that matter.
Right? Opinions that matter, right? Like Division I play, Division II, like college players. I'm talking about you play high level basketball. Those are as a basketball player, because this is my life. Like, people don't understand, like, in high school, like, this is all I did, right? Like, I didn't party. I didn't hang out with a lot of my friends, right? When I was young, I left my friend's team to go get better, where a team where I wasn't going to play, but I knew I was going to get better because, like, at the end of the day, like, I love the game. So it hurt because I was like, damn, because I knew what going to Stony Brook could do if I was good, if it was a good situation, but I know if it didn't go the way I wanted, I knew how hard it was, and it really hurt me mentally. It was tough because I know when I walk in the gym and I know, damn, he don't even play at Stony, like, he's not that nice, and like, I know how good I am, and like, when I'm allowed to play my game, because I have a weird game. I think it's a very different game than a lot of people think that I play. Like, when I'm able to play my game and showcase that, I think that it finally got to speak to itself. Because there was some dudes that were playing over me at Stony Brook that one year at Appalachian, I crushed everything they did in their whole career. Yeah. And not to say anything bad about that, but it's just like, I know I was better. I just wasn't in the right situation because I felt like the coaches didn't really know me and really recruit me, and it's okay. It's okay.
So do you think that was like the first time you really hit some serious adversity in the basketball world?
At that skill, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And then right after that, when we move on, I hit another
That's
wall.
what I'm saying. So like, dive into that.
It's just a revolving door at this point in my career.
It's a journey.
Right?
That's the whole point of this thing.
It's really scary for me, right?
Yeah.
It's really scary. Think about it. So I'm like, damn, I'm about to just transfer, right? So after the season, we played at Vermont. At this point, the real turning point of that season, before we go into this next one, was just harping on what you just said, was we had a game against Norfolk State. December 30th, 2000, what is this? This is 2016, 2018 or 17. It's my birthday. Norfolk State has 6 guys on scholarship playing. Walk-ons are playing. Wow. I'm thinking, damn, you know, I might actually play this game. Like, it's my birthday, got like 50, 60 people in the stands. I won't get on at all. I won't get in 1 minute. I think 50 people at that game. And that was the moment, and we lost to a team with 5 guys and 5 scholarship players and a couple walk-ons. Right. Disappointing, right? I can't even get in the game. It was sad. After that moment, it was just like, yeah, like, that's it. It hurt. Like, it really hurt. Like, it was my birthday. It was the worst feeling I ever had in my life to that point. And I think that made me mentally tough. But also, so after leaving Stony Brook, which, you know, was whatever I had, I was scared to just commit somewhere. D2, I was going to go D2 because I didn't have stats, obviously. Couldn't go JUCO. And there was a lot of good D2s, like any 10 schools and whatever. But I ended up committing to LIU Post because I knew the coaches. Yep. And I was so scared about, you know, like,
what just happened.
Like, it really, like, traumatized me. So I just went there, and, you know, we had a lot of good guys coming in, a lot of good guards, but honestly, it was like all 5 guards, and it would just been terrible, I felt like.
So you think it wouldn't have worked out there?
I'm so happy it didn't work.
Because you're thinking, we're thinking Mike Almonacy, Devontae Dixon, Jared Rivers,
Clive Allen.
Clive Allen, is Hall there?
Hall's there.
Hall is there.
You got Alonzo Ortiz-Trailer, who stayed and was
professional
killing, right?
now.
He's a pro. He plays in Puerto Rico.
Richie was there. Richie Altonade from Hills West.
Yep. Oh yeah, Rich Altonade was there. Yep. And then we had Darian Jenkins.
Yep.
We had this big white kid, Kyle, I think his name was, remember? Yeah, Kyle.
So you guys are 7, 8 deep of like guys from Long Island, Queens area that are nice, like hoopers.
Like you got Jared Rivers, right? Crescent King. After what happened at LI, I'll get into that. So actually, I'll get into that after I explain what happened. Yeah, I get there. preseason's awesome. We're competing. We're going crazy. But it's a lot of hoopers. Like, and it's a lot of hoopers that you got to get mentally, right on the same page just to, maybe win a game. Especially at the D2 level, which is a lot of fast pace. A lot of people don't know it's fast pace up and down, which I thought we would have been good. I just thought it was too much.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I think it's 2 weeks before the season was about to start, like, officially. We get like a meeting, everyone gets called out of class, we go to the gym, and then we find out that LIU Brooklyn is merging with LIU Post. And that means that this season's over. You could play if you want, but if you play, like, none of the records are gonna count, nothing. It's just gonna get wiped. And I'm just like, I'll break down in the gym crying, like, it's over. Like, for real, it's over for me. Because I ain't really have, like, a situation after that. I got offers after that, but, like, in that moment, I'm like, like, it's time to wrap up the shoes. Like, I got to do something else because this is not working. No, it's okay.
And I do remember at that point in time, because that was when we were working out. Like, when you were at Stony Brook, like, I'd come around with
that's
Stevie.
when we started, like, kind of like, because I remember we talked a little bit in high school. Like, how the hell are you dunking?
Right.
Because people don't understand. I like learning stuff. Like, that's who I am. Like, I want to be the best. Like,
and both of us had always dunk lefty.
Yeah, because I broke my left, so I always started doing my right. But I was like, that's when we started, because Steve used to bring around and whatever. So that's how we started talking.
But I remember at that point in time, like, vaguely, but I remember you weren't the same Mike that I met when you were at Brentwood when we played in the Long Island All-Star game together.
Definitely wasn't.
Like, you were just kind of like, you didn't have that confidence that you once had. You didn't have that charisma, that swagger that you once walked around with. And it's crazy because people don't understand that. Yeah. And as much as outside opinions don't matter, and they shouldn't matter, bro, you're an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, bro. It's going to affect you in some type of way. Yeah. And now you're at the point where, like, like, what else can go wrong? I just had the best career that you could possibly have in high school. And now coach leaves. I'm not playing. I bounce back D2. The school merges with the D1. Yeah. Like, at that point, so take it all from there. So you're in the gym, like you said, crying, breaking down. You don't know what to do. And then how do you change that?
Coach Smith says it's going to be all right. Divine Smith, that was their assistant coach, he said it's going to be all right. And then, I just don't know what to do. Call my mom, I don't know what to do. It's just, everybody's in there like that, right? Yeah. Some people aren't, though. Like Jared, he just came off a second-year All-ECC.
He got a school, yeah.
He know he got a school. I don't know I got a school. Some people know they got schools, and then now it's just crazy. So you had Hall, Elias. We'll just talk about where everyone went, because I want to give all these guys their flavors. Right. And I didn't give a couple guys on Stony Brook their flavor, like CeeLo. Yeah, I'll get into him later, but I love giving my teammates because, like, all of them shaped me to who I am today. Like, even my Brentwood teammates, Ali, Tavon, Jamil, Steve, Zach, Marcus Vernon, Pooh, Femi. I got Mo. I got so many. I just want to appreciate all y'all for where I am today, because without y'all, I wouldn't be who I am. Also, so Hall, he went to New Mexico Institute. He went to Bryan, had a great career. We had Jared Rivers. He had he had so many schools. I'm his roommate. He's on the phone with a different coach all the time. I'm in the room. I'm barely on the phone. I'm like, damn. Wow. Like, I'm competing with you. I'm busting your butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going at it. That's my dog. He goes to Bryant. Same stuff. He goes to Bryan, coach. That stuff happens. Yeah. But he went to Bryant. Then we had all these guys go JUCO. Me, I'm just like, dang. Like, I couldn't even they wanted me to try out for LIU Brooklyn.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to try out. I'm going to try out. Like, damn, like, I was just on scout. Like, I was like, damn, I'm going to walk on. Like, that's what it felt like, right? Yeah. Like, I'm at that bottom. And then I got an offer from, like, Damon. Okay. I got an offer from, I was going to, Malloy wanted me, but he wanted me to sit out and then go the next year. And then it was, like, a lot of Adelphi wanted me a little bit, I think. Stag I was talking to. But, like, a lot of just the same stuff. And I was just like, yo, like, I don't know what to do. And then Coach Smiles, shout out to him, got me with Southern New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I actually had to go up there and try out. I wanted something different. I wanted to get out of New York because nothing in New York was working for me, right? That's what I'm thinking, like, nothing in New York was working for me. Let me go to somewhere else. So I went up there, right after school, went up there with my dad, tried out, had a airball my first 2 shots. I worked out so hard that week before my trial. Like, I was like mini training camp mode because I was as you said, I had no confidence.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, I'm trying to watch old film, like just trying to get my confidence up, right? And go up there. I airball for my first 2, and then I killed the work. I killed them. I don't lose a game. I'm back to me, diamond, hitting shots, having fun, getting up and down, playing. Yeah. Offers me right there, a sign right there. That's over. I commit. When I get back to the hotel, let's do it. Go up there, fresh start. right? Now I'm excited. I'm at LIU working out, really excited. Now I'm in the gym. It's kind of a new start, new hope. Nobody knows me there. You know, the coach knew me, Perry, because he was recruiting me at LIU Brooklyn, and then the assistant coach, Coach Steckel, knew me. But they were kind of skeptical of me because Steckel came from Albany.
Okay.
And then there was a kid playing over me at Stony Brook, and he was like, if this kid could play over him at Stony Brook, he's not good. Wow. Because like that's how
it's a small world.
It was a small world, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, if he's not playing over this kid, he's not that good probably, right? And then, you know, I showed I'm good. Like, I'm good. You can't, you know, I felt like if I was given opportunities, I'd be good. But, you know, I go up there, I sit out that year, and I get better. Like, I'm just focused on ball in school. I don't have to play. I just go and have practice, have fun, don't have to do a lot. You know, I'm just learning the offense for next year. With the strength trainer, just retooling my body, you know, get me ready for the next season. And then next season, we have a pretty good year. I have a really good year.
Yeah.
I mean, like 15, I was almost 16 on 45 from the field, 40, or it was like 49 from the field, or like 48 from the field, 44 from three or something like that. We should have won that year. Injuries. You know, I should have been all-conference that year. You know, whatever. We was a bad record.
They didn't give you all-conference now?
I didn't get nothing. And I was like
really?
the top 15 in scoring, like top assist guy. I was rebounding as a guard. It was crazy. They hate me. They probably hated me.
Bro, same shit.
I was killing
the
dudes.
same way this
D2,
year.
I was on a tear at D2. Like, and those dudes could hoop.
Yeah.
It's just the coach, just like, he let me play my game. Like, my game. Like, you go to a school, you could play your game, but you're still in that
system.
You know, in a sense.
Like a robot almost.
Yeah,
Like
I gotta play off too.
You're trying to play to stay on the floor. You're trying to play to kind of make the coach happy, right? Like you're not playing where like you're at the park.
Exactly.
Like you're hooping like at Brentwood, right? Where you just complete freedom.
Just playing and in the offense, like I love playing basketball, like the schemes, I love it. That's what I love.
Yeah.
Like the game of the ball. So I was just playing, having fun. You know, we was playing up and down. I like it. And you know, it was great. And then COVID, right? Go home. You know, we lost. I go home for spring break. COVID hits, right?
March.
What is good? Like COVID hits now. I just had a good year. COVID hits. Might not even go to school. I'm like, yo, like what's going on? Like we're not gonna have a season next year. I graduate. I'm gonna throw myself in the portal, right? This is
the first year of the portal, right?
Yeah. No, this is
the second year. I want to say
this might be the first year, but I was a grad transfer, so it didn't really matter for me.
It didn't affect you, but I think that that was the first year that the transfer portal opened up, where guys could just put their name in and kind of see where they're at, see what their options are.
And that's what that sit-out year did for me. So if I didn't have that, because they wanted me to come up and play right away at Southern New Hampshire.
Really?
They could have.
Oh, right. You
halfway through the season, but like, what does that do me?
Nah.
Nothing. I'm not doing that. Like, I want to just let me get the rest of the year. Let me just focus on me, get better, get my mind right. You know, I haven't played in a long time. I just want to practice and get game reps. I'm not ready to play in a game. It's hard just to get. It's like being hurt and then just going back and playing. Like, even though I was in shape, it's just different. It's a different speed. It's a different, and I just want a fresh start.
Facts.
Whole season. And then COVID happens, and then just I was like, you know, let me try this D1 thing again. I had a really good year. Like, I could go low major again or whatever, and went into the portal. I had mad schools because I had a really great year. Like, great year in a great D2, top 5 D2 conference in the country. We talk about like a lot of the teams out of that conference. Stonehill, they're going to the NEC. Like, you know what I'm saying? They all. So it's good. And then, you know, App was really the best fit for me.
What was your top 5? Say at that point in time.
That point in time. Because it was weird, like schools were coming in and out. If you ain't commit by then they'll go somewhere else.
Right.
So like, I was talking to a lot of schools, like App. So my I'll say top 3, probably like App. It was App. And then it was Florida Gulf Coast was on me heavy at that time. William & Mary fell out. Cal Baptist fell out. Idaho State was on me heavy. It was a lot of schools that were coming in and out, and I'll say no. And then I was about to commit, then a couple more schools would come, and I was like no, like Hartford and stuff like that. But I just felt like it was away. It was somewhere new. Let me go away again, right? Because I was just 4 hours away from home. Let me go away again. I don't want to be home. I don't want to come home. I don't want to be around that. I just want to focus on me and away from that noise. Because like not a lot of people knew about my D2 year. Because no one cared about it, right?
Yeah, they really don't.
Who cared about it, right?
The grand scheme of things, mad people just care about
Division 1. If you don't go Division 1, it don't matter. You can sit on the bench and go Division 1 and people will talk about you more than you killing out of D2.
Right.
And doing good for yourself, which is crazy.
It is crazy, but that just speaks to people not understanding the levels of basketball. Like, even, I talk about this a lot, where I truly believe the difference in the levels from anywhere from mid-major to even top Division 3s, the difference is the wings and the bigs. All guards can hoop, Most guards can hoop. Like, you could get a Division III guy that just won the national championship at Randolph-Macon. There's this kid, Buzz.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, he could go play with some low major Division I guys, and, like, you wouldn't be able to really tell the difference. The difference in the levels is the athleticism, the wings, and the bigs. And then, obviously, when you get to that high major level, Kentucky, we're talking about blue bloods, it's the size. The guards are 6'4", 6'5".
Not even the guard. You're talking about guard play. Like, I played against some top guards at Division I.
Exactly.
The only game I say I didn't do good against the guards would probably be North Carolina. I didn't have a good game. I didn't shoot the ball well. And that's about it. I get for that game. I didn't shoot the ball well. We didn't shoot the ball well as a team. But I played against guards at UNC, Duke, Auburn, Tennessee, Maryland, Boston College. Did I say Duke?
Yeah,
Duke. Okay, so
and you played UNC right after Duke.
And
you're coming off a great game, which is tough.
And they're really like, but that's the difference between my first year app and my second year app, I think, as well. The attention to detail of my game and the scout reports.
Right. Yeah. So talk about so you ultimately choose Appalachian State, right? Yeah. You go down there to North Carolina
during COVID.
And
never visited, by the way.
Just went.
Never visited. Just everything on Zoom. Didn't really get to meet the coaches. Didn't really get to. But I feel like as I've been growing into my man, right? Because I went from I'm going to a boy to a man now. I think I want to accept more challenges to make me better. I felt like staying at the Division II level would have been great for me. You know, I probably just still went overseas and do all that. But like, I want to play against the best guys, and that's just the competitor in me. Like, I get up for those games. Like, the best guy, I want to compete. So I thought, grad year, might as well. Let's just do it. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. At least I tried. I don't want to sit back and say I didn't try.
Right.
So, yeah, I go to App. You know, it was crazy because COVID, like, it's like ghost town, right? You really don't know. And you got masks on. People don't know. We get down there. I got down there my first day. That's the only time I got to see the town. Then I was in the room for what? I think it was a 2-week quarantine. Almost a 2-week quarantine or a week and a half quarantine. Yeah. Week and a half quarantine in a dorm room. That's it.
Stuck in there, can't do nothing.
We just on the game with my teammates, my new teammates. We're just on the game playing Call of Duty, just bonding and stuff.
But that could have helped, right?
It did help. Yeah. I think COVID. I think that helped a lot with that team that year. Because each year is a different team. Same guys, different team, right?
Yeah.
So the first year, COVID, and then once we got out of COVID, we're only allowed in the gym for an hour a day, on one side only, on the gun. That's it for like a week.
Wow.
Or 2 weeks. That's it. Then we could lift. Same thing with small groups, but that's it. Then we started like slowly working into three group workouts for like another couple weeks. So we didn't practice as a team, I think, for like a month or two, month and a half or two. So it was just all small individual workouts. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's hard.
It was hard because you can't get in the gym all the time. You can't do this. You got certain hours. You got to get your temperature done. You got to do the questionnaire every day. You got to get tested. Like, COVID year was crazy. So then going into the season, preseason was great. I had a great preseason. Started the first game, didn't start the next game. Came off the bench most of the year, which I thought I thrived in that role. I was off the bench, but I played starter minutes. Like, I think I thrived off the bench because I could just come in and play. Right.
And you get to watch what happens before you. You get to see how the defense is playing, tendencies, how certain guys guard. And then you can watch the guy in front of you, see what didn't work for him, and kind of play off of that.
For sure. And I think that helped me a lot. Like, I love that role, coming off the bench and just like, I'm able to score, I'm able to pass, play defense. And at App, we were one of the best teams defensively in the country, right? Top 30 team every year. Like, that going there helped me get better on defense. I wasn't a defender. I could defend, I just never tried, right? Let's be honest. I was a scorer in high school. I just passed the ball, scored, set people up. I had bigs that if my guy blew by me, I know he was gonna block it, right? But you can't do that at the Division I level. No. All them guys are good. So I think I went there and I got better that way. And you know, leading up to that year, we had a lot of good teams we played. We just weren't. That year we were like, it was weird because the conference split it up into halves. So we only played the Eastern Conference. So we were like ranked 4th going into the tournament or whatever. So crazy thing is, right before that, we just broke a record. We just lost because we played back-to-backs. So we played Friday, Saturday. So we played on Friday. We were down by like 25 going into it was like 15 minutes left or something. Came back and won like double overtime or something. Going into the tournament, then we lost the next game. But going to the tournament, we had like that momentum, and then that tournament run, I mean, like, historical tournament run that we had, I think, from all, like, just, it was crazy. 4 straight wins. I was playing out of my mind. I was just in that zone. You know how it is. You get in that zone, and nobody could take you out that zone. No shot, no turnover. Nothing. You're not listening. I wasn't listening. I was just playing. Right?
Yeah, no. I remember. I'll never forget. I was at my girlfriend's house in New Jersey, and I had the game on, Georgia State championship game, right? Georgia State, and bro, we're watching. I even remember like even her, you know, I think her stepdad or someone was like, yo, like who is that dude? Like, wow, like bro, that's my boy. Like, and like I remember like just even like watching that, because like I'm always like super happy for like the guys that like I came up with, bro. Like I was like getting chills watching it, because I'm just like, bro, like finally, you know what I mean? Like he finally, like this is what all the shit he went through, this is what he finally got. Like this is, you know what I mean? He got what he deserved, like in a good sense. So like talk about that feeling. Like obviously you guys go on a crazy run. Talk about that championship game, 30 points, right? 30, what'd you finish with?
32s, like 32-7 and like 5.
Crazy game, bro.
Steals, like I'm just wilding. It's crazy though, because like everyone asking me about this, right? Like a lot of people ask me about like just that experience, that 4-day run or whatever. And it's just like a 1-day mentality that I had. Really, like it was it for me. Like regardless of how good of a season I had, like it was like in a sense it was it. Right. Like I didn't know what was coming next. And it was just like, might as well just go have fun. Like we're the 4th seed, dude. Like we're not
nothing to lose.
We got nothing to lose. Like nothing at all. Like no one expects us to win, and we're just hooping as a team. It's not just me though. That's what like people think, because I won the MVP of it. Like my teammates were hooping.
Yeah.
Justin was hooping, Dub was hooping, Don, James was hooping until he got hurt, Duhart was hooping, Xavier, he didn't get to play last year, he was hurt. Eads came in and was hooping. Like we was all hooping. Like it was at the right time we clicked. And we was just shooting the ball good. And the experience is crazy, because we played Arkansas Little Rock, who just won last year.
Facts.
Beat them, got them out of here. Then we played Texas State. Oh, Texas State regular season champions.
Defensive-minded team.
Defensive-minded team. Great players. Coach runs their system. They run their stuff. Robotic. Run it. Great players on their team. What got me mad was right before we're doing intros, like before they're accepting the regular season trophy. Like right there in front of us. Like they're about to beat us, and like we on that. Like first half, like we just always staying in games because we can defend. We're hitting shots, defending, gritty, defending, late shot clock, boom, and then we're up. I think it was like 30 seconds left, we're up 9. Kid comes down, hits like 3 threes, ties it, goes into OT. Then we just lit up, get them out of there. After that game was crazy. I had a good game. We all had a good game. Then we played Coastal Carolina. Yep. Another good team, player of the year on their team. Kid went to Michigan this year. Wow. Right? Got him up out of there. I think it was another overtime game. The kid got fouled, hit the 3 free throws, whatever. We got him up out of there, and then we played Georgia State. Yep. The favorites, right? The Dogs, the ones that run the Sun Belt. Great team, great coach. Their coaches went to SMU. They have a lot of great guys, and that was like kind of our rival during the year. Yeah. Like we swept them at our crib. Then we went down there and played them. Then they beat us. Right before the tournament. I think it was like the 3rd game before the tournament. They beat us. They were talking that junk. You know, we always about to fight when we play them. That's the game I love. Like I love playing them. And then my mom before the games, everybody was talking. Like I just had a good feeling about it. I'm like, I did not get this far just to lose. Like I understand if I lost in the game before, but like I'm not getting to the chip and not losing. Like I've done that already. I've been in that situation. Senior year, I got to the chip and I lost the first time I think ever in my like high school career. I lost in a chip. Like I'm like, if I get to the chip again, I'm not losing. Like I can't lose. Like championship again, I can't lose. Got there and I just was on fire. Like I had like 19 and a half or something. And I was just like, I knew we won the game. Like if I'm on like that, like we're winning the game. Like I'm not losing. Like I'm on, I have to win the game. And then I just put it all and just won. I really felt like I could have had 40 that day. Seriously. I really didn't shoot for like the last like 7 minutes.
Yeah, no, you were passive. You were a little passive.
But like people don't understand. Like I'm a scorer, but I love to pass the ball. Yeah. Like I love seeing other people succeed. Because if you get 12 and he gets 12, it's gonna be easier for me to score.
Right. You know
what I'm saying?
Instead of you scoring 20 and now they're keying on you to stop you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
and you're not hot already. I'd rather get my guys going and then I'll find a way to get hot, hopefully.
Right, you can feed off.
And if I'm not, you guys are hot. And I'd rather feed off my teammates. So I really felt like I could have got 40 that day. I really did. Yeah. I really did. But at the end of the day, we won. Right. And that was a moment I'll never forget because it's something I've been like, I needed to validate myself. That was like my validation right there.
Right. You know, Sun Belt Tournament MVP, you stamp your tickets.
Team never really won in 21 years. Like, I never heard of App. No offense. Like, I love App. But like, I'm from New York. Like,
Yeah, nah.
You heard of that? Like, besides,
Nah.
like, other than that, like, maybe the Michigan football thing?
Right.
But even though I kind of knew that, I never really put 1 and 1.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's not a school we think of like a basketball school.
Yeah.
Even when you decided to commit there, everyone was probably like, oh, like, shit, like, he's going to Appalachian State.
No, they probably
like,
not for real. They really were, though.
Yeah.
And that's still like, dang, y'all still hating. Like, y'all down with me still. And then, like, when winning the championship, seeing all those people come and congratulate me, like.
That's what it always is, bro.
That's what it is, right?
It's always when you start to do something, right, people will initially congratulate you, right? They see you commit to App State, great job, you know, happy for you, this stuff. But then when they actually see you doing it and succeeding, people don't like that.
Hate it.
People do not like when you actually follow through with something and do what you said you were going to do.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you accomplish that end goal, here comes all your flowers. Here comes everyone trying to show you that love. And bro, that's not the way things should work.
No.
If you, what I think, right, like, if I see my brother eating, right, like, and he's doing well, like, I'm going to be happy for him. If I have any type of hate towards that, good things aren't going to happen for me. Good things happen to people when you wish them the best, right, and you are happy for people. Because guess what? I'm right, like, you know, say like your boy, whatever, he's right next to you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, God is going to bless the people around you, right? So God is going to do that, and ultimately, things are going to work out in your favor when you are happy for others.
Gotta be genuine.
And I know you dealt with that, like, throughout your whole career, just because everyone just thought, like, Mike was out for the count. Like, after Stony, Brook, and LIU, like, Mike is done. And this was just, like, a wake-up call for everyone, like, yo, like, I'm still here.
Facts. I feel like I still got more to prove, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, with that, though, like, even,
yeah.
like, this season, like, I didn't have my best season, personally, right? And I think there's a lot of things I learned, though, that is going to make me a better pro than I was a college player. But like, yeah, being genuine, being happy for people, like that's the main thing that people need to understand. Like, and it's okay to be like, damn, like he's there, but like, how did he get there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta like respect, like, how did that person get there, and acknowledge, okay, like, that's why he's here. I didn't do that. That's why I'm not there. How can I learn from that person? And that's how I'm starting to take things now. Is how can I learn from your journey? How can I learn from your journey? And help that get me to what's my ultimate goal, right? Now my ultimate goal, I've changed gears. My college career is over. I'm going to Europe, right? I want to go EuroLeague or NBA. Like, I got to end my career in one of those places. So, like, I'm doing my, like, listening to all the greats, different sports, too, by the way. And just, how, like, what's their mindset, how they get to where they are. And I'm just trying to pick those, you know, pick those minds of the greats. And not really, you know, if you put your mind to it, I feel like you really can accomplish it. And when I went through those tough times, I really wasn't believing in myself. And that's why I didn't accomplish. I feel like I didn't accomplish it in those moments. And then when I fully started believing in myself again, I was able to get closer to my goal and my goal and my goal. And I got to my goal. Got to play in the NCAA tournament. Not a lot of kids get to do that.
It's a dream.
You know, you watch it. Like, my NCAA tournament was different than I was during COVID. But, like, dude, like, I still got to experience that. Like, you only get 4 or 5 years to experience that at any level.
Yeah.
So I was able to do it and actually win in a one big league is I think one of the hardest things to do, right? So got to do that, and, you know, I'm glad I was able to, like, everyone was able to, like, experience that with me, especially my friends and stuff like that, you know, because none of my friends really did it. Like, in my close friend group, like, none of us did it. So, like, I was happy for them to, you know, get that experience too. Like, yeah, my boy did that. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Be happy about me. But
yeah, so obviously career's done, college, and now you're on to the next. So, I mean, briefly, if you want to just talk about kind of like where you're going or where you're thinking about going right now. So have you signed with the agency?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And then, and then I'll probably finish with like one question at the end I got, and then, send us home.
So, boom, got an extra year, right? So I came back. Didn't have the year I wanted. You know, I felt like if I probably went out last year, I probably would have had a better shot at the league, for sure, 100%. But it's okay. I learned from that journey, right? I learned from last year, and I got better in different ways. And, you know, the agent I was going to sign with last year, he was signing a lot of NBA guys this year, and I was still on his list, but I wasn't, you know, he's 100% honest with me, and that's why I love it. I love him, you feel me? And he was like, you're not one or two, you know, like 3, 4, 5. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. So if I'm not, I don't want to wait for the opportunity. Can you help me, you know, get another agent? I did have other agents, but I'd rather, you know, somebody I trust. Yeah. And he had set me up with a couple agents, and then that loved my game. And then I ended up signing with HB Agency. It's out in Czech Republic. And I think just for the start of my career of how I want to grow as a pro, I want to do it overseas and really learn how to become a pro and then, come back to the States because I feel like over there it's a different brand of basketball, more fundamentals, and I think that would just help my game more.
Absolutely.
And I want to experience the world, man. Like,
Facts.
Especially some of the places that my agent's been pushing me, and it's a lot of great leagues for a rookie, starter leagues for a rookie. Second division Germany, first division England, first division Sweden, Slovakia. Like, it's really good first division, first leagues for starters. So my plan is just, go overseas, really get better and dedicate my life now to basketball, which I've been doing, and that's what I ultimately want to do. School is tough because I had to do school, but now I don't have to do it. So it's just basketball,
This is your career. This is your job.
And there's still a lot of room to go. Like, a lot of players today are still getting better with age. So, like, Steph Curry's getting better with age, right? We were just talking about him before the pod. Like, so if I could just figure out what they're doing and try to do that as hard as I can and just get better every year, I feel like I'll get a shot. Yeah. I really will. I think, especially like I understand what my role would be in the NBA. Right. A backup guy, come in, hit some shots, play some defense, 15 minutes, whatever. Like, I'm cool with that though, because I know that's my limitation to an extent. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to limit myself. You never know, right? You never know. But like, if you look at me from the outside looking in, that's the mold I would fit. Okay. So I want to be like the best in that role to, get that opportunity. Yeah. Because then in the NBA, you got to fit. Like, it's all a fit. Like, the NBA is not the best players in the world. Yes, most of them are, but a lot of them are like positional guys. Bro, look at Jose Alvarado. Exactly. I played against him in high school. That's what I'm saying. Same way he played. He was locking up in high school. The same way he played, the same. But he needed, he did 4 years. He bet on himself. So it's like, I got to bet on myself. So like, I didn't bet on myself last year. I bet on myself going to school again and trying to run it back. And, we did great things. We didn't run it back. We didn't win, but like, program's going up, so I'm happy about that. But now it's time for my pro career, and like ever since I was little, I was like, I want to be a professional basketball player. Well, this is about to get checked off once I sign my first contract. Now, what's next? Win, boost my resume, and try to get to the top leagues in the world. EuroLeague, NBA, first divisions in Germany, Spain, France. Like, that's the goal. Like, it's go try to be and play with the best. So now it's time to play with the best. So yeah, bro, the sky is the limit for you. For sure. Especially because you can think the game, you can shoot the ball at an extremely high level, and your work ethic is impeccable, right? So it's like, if you can do those three things as a 6'1" guard, like, bro, you have a chance. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's all you need is a chance. That's what I tell you. All you need is that chance, a real chance. Yeah. Not a fake chance. Yep. There's a lot of fake chances. A real genuine chance, and then I'll take it. I'm out. I'm gonna go with it, right? Right. So. Yeah, I usually just like to ask basketball people's minds this, like, give me your top 5 all time. Like, top 5 greatest players. Yeah, like top 5, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like at the 1, at the 2, at the 3. Nah. Your top 5 greatest players of all time. Oh, okay. Any position? Mine. Yes, yours. Okay, so this is like how I grew up, how I view the game, and how I see the game. Okay. Yep. So if you had a totem pole, I need your 1. This is a crazy one. Who you got? All right, so we got 1, LeBron James. Okay. LeBron James. Got 2, Michael Jordan. Right? We got 3, Stephen Curry. Over Kobe. I'm going to tell people why. I'll tell people why. Number 4, Kobe Bryant. Yep. And number 5, Kevin Durant. Wow. And this is the crazy. And it's not because they're the best, maybe the best players. LeBron is the best player. I'm sorry to it. I love Michael Jordan. I love Michael Jordan. I think he's one of the best competitors. He's a dog defensively, but LeBron's longevity in the game, he's been dominating since he's been 18. He does so much for the community, so much for that. He's so smart, basketball-wise. Right. It's like people, I was a LeBron hater, 100%. Me too. I was a D-Wade fan growing up. I hated when he came to the Heat. But as I've gotten older and I've gotten to understand the game and I take away the nostalgia of Jordan and the nostalgia of Kareem and Will and how dominant they were in their time. It's just like, when you think of a basketball player like 6'9", could do it all, that's LeBron, man. Like, you can't, he's getting better. He can shoot the ball now. So it's like, but I do, and why Jordan 2, it's just, I feel like he left the game, right? He didn't, like, LeBron's done it. Yeah. Longevity. I think the longevity and the dominant, he's going to be the number 1 leading scorer. Probably, he might mess around and be the all-time assist leader because he's going to get old, he's going to stop scoring. You never know with the guy. He's going to lead the NBA in so many categories. And you could talk about him losing in the finals. He's getting there every year, though. Right. It's hard to get there. you could get there and win every time like Jordan did, but he didn't get there every year.
Right.
He's not getting there every year. And LeBron's been doing that since he was little.
Yeah.
3, Steph Curry. My favorite player, obviously, but he changed the game. 40-footers. We weren't doing that in middle school.
Nah.
Maybe at the towards our end of high school, that's when that started. Curry stuff.
2015, 2014, 2015, back-to-back MVP.
Changed the game, and I think this ring is going to solidify himself when he wins, because I think he's going to win. Solidify himself as the best point guard of all time. Because Magic's up there, but I think
Steph is one right now.
I think Steph is one.
I think Steph is one right now.
People argue with Magic, and I see why. 6'9", he can do it all too.
Yeah.
He's like Bron. He can do it all. I said for Kobe, his mentality is where I get my work. I'm not Kobe mentally. That's different. I'm trying to get there.
Right.
Hope one day I'm striving. The mental is the next step in my career also. I want to get there, but he's just everything, dude. He's just hard worker, dedicated his life to the game, was literally all game. And then after basketball was over, he was all family. You know, it was crazy. And then, you know, the day he died, rest in peace, it was just like basketball community is just like on shutdown.
Yeah, it felt like we lost a family member.
And I didn't even know the dude.
Yeah, none of us did, bro.
I cried. I didn't know the dude.
Bro, I cried
he wasn't even my favorite player. Wasn't even my favorite player.
I cried for a week, bro. All my teammates sat in the room. I was in Texas. I was in JUCO. Me and all my teammates, bro, we sat in the room and we threw the Kobe highlights up on the TV, bro, and we all cried. Like crazy. 10 of us, bro, in a room. We canceled practice that day. Yeah. We didn't wear number 24. My teammate, I was hurt at the time. Okay. My teammate was number 24. We was like, bro, you're not wearing that jersey today. We hung it up in the locker. I gave him my jersey, so he wore 13 for the day.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But that's crazy.
It was sad, man. It puts perspective in just like,
we're all human.
All human. Like, he's like, it's Kobe, right? Like, you walking with Kobe, like, you just like, it's just like, it was crazy. And then 5, Kevin Durant. 7 foot, could do it all. I mean, injuries, like, this year was very disappointing for him, I would say. Not for him, probably, but, like, in the playoffs as a KD fan, I was kind of upset. I'm a Knick fan, diehard. I don't want the Nets to win, but, like, watching him, I got sense his frustration with his team and how hard but it's hard. He understands how hard it is, and I just think as a basketball player, he's complete, bro. He can do it all. He can shoot. He's unguardable. Like, one bad series is one bad series, but, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, when we look back at it, he's going to be one of the top 5 most talented dudes to ever play. Yeah. And it's so hard to do a top 5.
Yeah.
Like, look how hard it's going to be to do a top 5 in 100 years. Like, so many great talents, right? Like, so it's all personal opinion. It's all personal opinion. And I've started to realize everything's opinions. And you can't be mad at what somebody else thinks. But if you could talk and come to understand, I think that's what the debates need to be more of.
Right.
More of because people are like, Kobe, no, Kobe's the best. No, MJ, LeBron can never be better. But
it's perspective.
It's perspective.
Yeah, no, it's fact. Yeah, I definitely haven't heard that top 5 before. But,
it's weird. It's weird. Mine's weird, but it's just like how I view the game and how I've like seen dudes' career. That's how I think.
Yeah.
That's just my personal. It's probably not the most accurate, but it's my personal.
Shit, but all right, bro, this was dope. Appreciate you coming on,
appreciate you having me, man.
This was good. This was dope. So I definitely love to run it back eventually when after a few years pro.
Now we got to do it. We got to do it. Definitely a lot more gems I'll be able to drop and stuff.
Yeah.
Because and I'll leave this on like a lot of guys. Like they go and do things and they never share the information back with the youth and. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never really give back. Like, for me, it's just like, I want to give everybody the real information that I went through. Everyone's experience is going to be different, but if I could give you what I've seen, and I know a lot of other guys that, been through certain situations like me, and I've seen a lot of different situations, and I'm able to give the youth insight, because that's what they need, because that's what I didn't have. And if I had that, my career would have been different, obviously, but, it is what it is. And I just hope guys give back more. So that's what I'm going to start pushing. Dope, for sure.
All right. Cool. See y'all on the next episode.
For sure.
That was good.
Yeah.